Hello everyone, welcome to my Mushroom Empire Part 7, also known as the Forest Farm. Today, now that we're into fall, we're going to see a whole bunch of cranberries here, very valuable. Also, I have approximately 7 pigs. Here they are. And with a little luck, we should start to see some mushroom trees somewhere out here in my forest. So, to start my day while I'm waiting for the store to open, I'm simply going to chop the hardwood as per usual because I need my foraging skill to level up to the maximum level. So far, there does not appear to be any mushroom trees out and about in my field, but that's okay, they should come with time. Also, my pigs are devouring their grass pretty quickly, so I might have to put some grass starter on the outside of the fence as someone recommended, and it will eventually grow in there. Either that or the pigs will starve. I don't really care. And someone also pointed out that the happier a pig is, the higher chance of it producing a truffle every day or even 2 truffles every day. Well, I think instead of going to take care of my pigs every day and chasing them down, I'm simply just going to get more pigs, and it should even out that way. I will be picking up the forageable fall goods along the way, but I don't think I'm going to turn them into seeds for fall. But that will actually depend on how many cranberries I can afford to buy right now. I think I can only buy 100 anyway. Yes, disregard my previous statement, I can only buy 100 cranberries, so I will have extra sprinklers, which means I will do some of the fall seeds, which get me foraging experience. Just like that, all my cranberry seeds are planted. That's what they look like. Obviously, I have lots of extra room down here with these extra sprinklers, so I'm going to spend the rest of the first day of fall foraging. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a community center reward where if I turn in all the fall forageables, it will reward me with 30 of the fall seeds. I believe I read that right. I just kind of quickly skimmed the comments, so if that's true, I will do that and get a whole bunch of seeds to kind of jumpstart that crop. So far, foraging has not got me much, just 2 gold quality blackberries. That is obviously not enough to get any more seeds. I can deal with that though if it takes a few days to get those seeds, that's okay. My main crop for fall is going to be cranberries anyway, they're the most money. These seeds really just are there for experience and they're not really that great in the grand scheme of things, they're just a different way to get it to kind of break up the monotony of it all. I've done my foraging loop, it is just after 8 PM. The pigs did not give me any more truffles, but they should be starting to get all grown up pretty soon, so they should all start producing before too long. And I just remembered I didn't check the area immediately to the right of my farm. There is often stuff here that I miss because I don't really walk this way very much anymore. And of course there's nothing here, unless there's something hiding. I do often overlook things. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the day. Gonna sell everything worth selling and keep the things worth keeping. Only made a little bit of money off those truffles today. There you have it, 2,689 gold, pretty much all in truffles. And it is now the second day of fall of the rainiest year I've ever played in, which is getting annoying because every day it rains. The pigs don't come out of their barn, which means they don't find me any truffles, which means they are useless to me. But the silver lining is that the young pigs are still getting older on rainy days, so they're one day closer to producing me truffles. So far, this is another unsuccessful day of foraging. All I need is 2 simple ingredients, and I can't seem to find them yet. I do, however, seem to have no problem finding blackberries. They seem to be everywhere, and the only thing that grows in fall. As I was walking past the carpenter shop, I got the notification that a train was passing through, and I don't normally take the time to go and look at these things, so let's have a look. I'm not really sure of the significance of trains actually. I've never really played with them much. I don't bother to come here every time I hear them. If anyone out there knows anything useful to do with these, do let me know, because as far as I know, they just pass through and I stand there and watch them. Well, that was entertaining. Well, since I haven't found anything useful foraging wise, I'm going to head to the store, to Pierre's, to buy some more grass starter for my pigs, because I need to try and do something productive with this day. I've bought another 5 grass starter things for 500 gold. I'm going to place those spaced out around my pen as per someone's recommendations. I could also head to the mines today to try and find the mushroom level, but I don't really want to bother until my foraging skill is level 10, because I want only iridium quality mushrooms. I didn't actually notice this one here. There's a purple mushroom hiding on my farm. I didn't even know that was possible. I guess that is exclusive to the forest farm here. Alright, so I placed a few tufts of grass all around the fence on the outside, so occasionally that will grow into the inside and feed my pigs, hopefully. That way they stay healthy enough to produce some truffles. Not exactly the best day I've ever had, but what I didn't notice is my foraging actually did level up to level 10 that day, and I just missed it. So obviously, being that I'm all about the foraging, I'm going to go with the botanist perk. Foraged items are always the highest quality, which should mean iridium quality from here on out, which means lots of money. There's a breakdown of the many random mushrooms I found throughout the day. Now that I have the botanist perk, things are a little different. I no longer need to do the fall seeds, I'm not going to bother, and I'm probably just going to work on getting more pigs and truffles and the mushroom level in the mines. Also, I don't need to chop hardwood every day, which is awesome because that wasn't very exciting. So this should be the first iridium quality truffles, and yes they are. So these should now be worth a small fortune each, so hopefully the pigs produce those every day and I will get more pigs from that profit and repeat the process until I'm rich with truffles. So now that all that's taken care of, I am going to head to the mines and see if I can locate the mushroom level. Another benefit of the botanist perk is everything you find also gives you lots of health and energy. Even this hazelnut, 78 energy, 31 health. So starting on floor 81 in the mine, I'm going to keep heading downwards until I cross paths with all the mushrooms. And after glancing quite briefly through the comments earlier, I think I saw someone mention that the mushroom floor will actually hit the floors that start with 5s like 85, but they won't actually appear there, so that throws a little bit of a twist into locating it. But I think as long as I work my way down, I should have a pretty good chance of finding it. If not, I'm just going to waste a whole lot of time smashing rocks. If I had just a little more money, I would definitely be buying bombs, or rather the ingredients for bombs, and that would make this whole process a lot less painful. So it is 8 PM and I'm on floor 95. This is as far as I'm going to go for the day because I can pick it up right here again. So here's another truffle. That puts me up to a total of 4. Which means we made a total of 10,520 gold, 300 from the regular red mushrooms, and 9,120 from the truffles. Actually 8,750 plus all the other junk. Alright, so now that everything's coming together so nicely, my computer did a wonderful automatic update in the background and completely screwed everything up. I just lost all the audio for my last videos, the recordings all went a little screwy, so hopefully I can piece those back together and hopefully the rest of this turns out alright. So thank you HP for that wonderful update that completely derailed this video. Also, I left my gate open so my pigs are just running wherever they want. I don't even know what to do with myself now. I'm just going to close the gate and I don't know what's going to happen to those pigs, so they're on their own. Anyways, I'm going back to the mines. As I was saying, I hope the rest of these recordings are okay, so if anyone notices anything different, please let me know right away so I can address the problem. Aside from my careless editing, I realize I make a few mistakes here and there. Anyways, I left off on floor 95, I believe. I've already forgotten because I got a little bit frustrated with everything going on there. Whatever the case, I'm starting on floor 95 and working downwards, hopefully finding a mushroom level. 12:20 PM, floor 101, still no mushrooms. Hopefully it didn't manage to sneak past me. I'm going to keep working downwards for now. I think I should be able to get to floor 110 with a little luck. Okay, I've located the mushroom level, 6:20 PM, it is on floor 109. So I'm going to gather it for the one day here, only one round, and then in a few days it will be on a more comfortable level for me to harvest again and again. Okay, since it was on floor 109 on the 4th, in a few days it will be on floor 106. I'm going to see how that would work out for me. So 105, I would have to chop my way down to 106 every time. I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to wait till it's at floor 101. That way I simply drop down this ladder and it will be on this small little area here. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I just rambled through all that. Anyways, I'm going to wait for it to be on floor 101. So by my crude calculations, it should be on floor 101 in 8 days. In case it skips floor 105, it might be in 7, so on the 11th I'm going to check, and then if it's not there, it should be there on the 12th. I'm very curious to see what a whole day of iridium quality mushrooms gets me. I'm sure it will be quite lucrative. So all my junk is in the bin, and now that the little pigs have all gone to bed, I'm going to wander around and gather all the truffles that are probably spread 100 miles around the town. Well, I managed to gather 7 of them. There might be more out there, but I'm not going to spend the time to go find them. Should be a pretty good day money-wise, because I picked up a lot of those red mushrooms in the mines too. From smashing all those rocks, my mining skill leveled up one more time, not a big deal. Also, combat leveled up, also not a big deal. So my earnings for the day, 13,000 gold, 2,850 from foraging. Obviously, things are very valuable now. Every purple mushroom is worth 500 gold. And those 7 truffles again, 8,750. Alright, it is the 5th today. I'm not going to hit the mines. There is a purple mushroom here once again, so that's an easy 500 gold. And I have enough to buy another pig, so I'm going to do that once Marnie's opens at 9 AM. I'm also curious to see if these give me iridium quality, and they do not. They are not considered foraging. They are just mushrooms in a cave. There are lots of mushrooms spawning out here in the foraging area, so that's good. That will be a little bit of money. Here's yet another purple one. And I'm going to take a quick look around my field to see if any mushroom trees have turned up yet. It's only been 5 days, so I have my doubts, but you never know. No mushroom trees have made an appearance yet. That's alright. No mushroom trees have made an appearance yet. That's alright. I'm simply going to start smelting copper in preparation for tappers that I'm going to need for those mushroom trees. Copper doesn't take long anyway, so that's not going to take up a lot of time. I'm pretty much just going to head to Marnie's to buy one more pig, which will give me more truffles. Yet another benefit of the iridium quality items is that, seeing as that's all I find, I no longer have to take up as much room in my backpack. Marnie should be open, and she's actually here, so one more pig. This one's name is Tricard. That's not at all relevant, I just wanted you to know that. And since I'm down here, I'm just going to quickly check out the secret woods to see if anything fancy has spawned there that I could forage. So far there is 1, 2 mushrooms, both iridium quality, and a few more. These shouldn't be worth a huge amount, but they will be worth something. And since it's already 12 PM, I'm going to gather what truffles are here and pretty much call it a day because I don't have anything else productive to do right now. That's actually a lie. There's lots of productive things I could be doing, there's just none that I want to be doing right now. I simply want to get as many pigs as possible, as soon as possible, so that means short days of gathering and sleeping. So just like that, this day is over. I think the pigs should still find me some truffles and leave them behind by morning. Not entirely sure of that. I will check as soon as I walk out the door. So just those random mushrooms I was finding, worth 2,550 gold, along with the 6 cave mushrooms here. Pretty good money there. Other stuff, truffles of course, very valuable. So taking a look really quick over here to see if there was any truffles left over. I'm not seeing any, so maybe my theory was wrong. Maybe you have to be out here with the pigs, or at least out there doing stuff for them to find truffles. And I don't quite have enough money for another pig, so I'm going to hopefully find something worth a couple hundred gold today and sell it and buy one more pig tomorrow. Okay, I found a purple mushroom in my field. Didn't take long, so that concludes this day. Also, I don't think my pigs kicked up any truffles while I was out there, so this will be another good test to see if they kick up any by tomorrow. 6 AM, going to investigate the pigs, not seeing any truffles. They also might be hungry, I'm not seeing a lot of grass out here. Okay, so it's pretty clear then that starving pigs do not produce truffles. That's not a huge surprise. I should probably buy them some grass today. Or let them out of their pen so they can feed themselves. I'm actually going to do both. I'm going to leave one of their gates open. That way the truffles are at least in some kind of a controlled area. And also buy them hay. That way they should produce truffles. 9 AM, so that means of course one more pig and a little bit of hay. This one is called Snocko. I'm not sure if I already have one called that. I have one that's close to that. And all I could afford was 5 pieces of hay, so they're probably going to have to share. While I'm at it, I'm actually going to count how many pigs I have, because I'm not really sure. I've got to be getting close to the maximum allowable for my barn, which is 12. Well, I'm counting 8 pigs so far. That is a bit of an estimation, because some of them are running loose in my farm, and I wasn't going to go chasing them down. Alright, it's the 8th today and my first harvest of cranberries is ready, so this should give me lots of money for more pigs, and pretty soon I'm gonna need another barn as well. So the cranberries are in the bin. There was 208 regular quality and 2 silver quality. And it turns out the blackberries that are now growing on the bushes everywhere are also iridium quality, so 65 energy and 26 health. That's pretty awesome. That's a lot of energy. I'm not sure if they have much value. I kinda doubt they do. Usually the things that grow in bush are worth a lot more for their energy than they are for their monetary value. I'm going to wander around and just pick a few of those today because they're a good stockpile of energy, and that bush gave me 3 of them. Alright, it's taken me till 11 AM to harvest all the blackberries in this southern forest area. I've got 43 of them. That's lots of energy, and that's all I'm going to pick for the day. I'm going to put my few things in the bin, see if my pigs have eaten enough to produce me some truffles again, and then call it a day. Turns out the pigs are still a little disgruntled, so they're not going to produce any truffles yet. That's okay. We will just see what kind of money we made today off our first cranberry harvest. My farming is leveled up, level 8. I can now make an oil maker and all that stuff. Today I made 16,531 gold, mostly in cranberries. There's the numbers, nothing surprising there. On to the next day. Unfortunately, Marnie's is not open today, so I cannot buy any more hay. I really need to start stockpiling that because it's pretty useless having all these pigs if they're not producing me truffles because they're hungry. They're stupid high maintenance animals that require food in order to make me money. I've also had this other gate open for a few days, so they've been managing to get up here and hopefully eat some of that hay, so hopefully in the next day or two they once again start to produce truffles. Tomorrow I'm just going to load up on hay regardless of buying another pig or not. So I guess that concludes the 9th. 9 AM, time to load up on hay. I believe a silo can hold up to 240. Not really sure, but I'm gonna buy 240 anyway. That seems like a lot. And it cost me almost all my money. But at the same time, it's definitely worth the investment. Each piece of hay I buy basically produces a truffle, which is worth a lot more than the hay itself. And now the pigs are kind enough to leave me truffles way up here, and one here, and one down here, and possibly another one that I just heard show up. 4 iridium quality truffles, that's good enough for today. Throw those in the bin, and on to the next day. Hopefully the mushroom level does not coincide with a cranberry harvest. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but that would eat a bit of my mushroom harvesting time, and that's something I did not consider. So there's 5,000 easy gold in truffles and assorted crap. So today is raining, which is okay because I want to spend my time in the mines, hopefully harvesting mushrooms. The cranberries aren't ready to go, so that works out. The pigs are going to hide in their barn, so I don't have to worry about finding their truffles today. Also not going to waste any time picking more blackberries. I have 131 of them, each one at 65 energy, so that's like 100 million energy, so I'm not really going to bother unless they're very convenient like that one. So down we go to floor 101. I think I was saying floor 91 earlier. It's floor 101 is where they might be at, and I think it's going to be one more day then. To quickly verify that, I'm going to move down to the next floor, because if they're on floor 102, tomorrow they will be on this floor. That means they do pass through floor 105. Whether or not they actually show up there, I'm not sure. I don't believe they do, but I could be wrong. Floor 102, here is 2 red mushrooms, and I'm going to consider that proof enough that this is the mushroom floor, and tomorrow it will be on floor 101. I think that will coincide with my cranberry harvest, I'm fairly sure, so I need to figure out what to do about that. With cranberries, unfortunately, if you waste even one day, you miss out on one harvest for the season, so I need to figure out whether or not that's worthwhile. Okay, turns out cranberries aren't ready today anyway, so never mind that whole speech. I'm just gonna head straight for the mines and pick a bunch of mushrooms. If I was really smart, I would have bought or brewed some coffee before this day to speed up the production a little bit. It would get me an extra few runs, which is actually a lot of gold. Anyways, here's the first run of it. Floor 101. And we have 3 mushrooms. This is a good find. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 purple mushrooms just on this one run alone. That's huge money. It is now 12 PM and I've already found 90 red mushrooms and 22 iridium. It is just after 12 PM and I've already found 92 red mushrooms and 23 purple ones. Alright, so 12 AM, I'm done with the mushrooms for the day. I got 246 red ones and 78 purple ones. That should be worth a whole lot of money. This is about as much as you can ever get from the mushroom level. Like I said, if you were to use some coffee and with a little bit more luck and just a little more efficient movement, you could get a little more, but this is pretty well about it. And I'm very quickly going to grab whatever truffles I can right here because there's a few lying around and I might as well get those too. Now I've got to be fairly quick or I'm going to pass out. Okay, that should be a lucrative day. 83,000 gold total, 76,000 from mushrooms, and 7,500 from the other mushrooms also known as truffles. So that answers that. I'd been curious for a while as to what the most you could get out of the mushroom level was, and it's about 75,000 gold. And conveniently, today my cranberries are ready, so I'm going to harvest all those to make even more money. My cranberries are harvested and my pigs have already got me 5 truffles, so this is quickly a very productive day. I've already got 94,000 gold in the bank, so this is going to put me well over 100, and hopefully there's even a mushroom tree hiding somewhere out here, because that would just put me over the top. Well, there's no mushroom tree, but I guess I can't have everything. And since I now have all this gold and some free space in my barn, I'm going to fill it up with more pigs. I could get other animals too, but I really just want to focus on truffles at least for now. Maybe down the road I will have a barn full of some other critter. And just like that, my barn is full, 3 new pigs, which cost me 48,000 gold. Hopefully they don't eat a lot, because I have a habit of not feeding these guys. And now that that's in the bin, I'm going to go to bed and see how much money I made today. So I made an even 10,000 gold from truffles and 16,000 from cranberries for a total of 26,000 gold. So from here on out, the money is pretty much just going to snowball. Things are obviously going to slow down a little bit in winter, but I'll try and come up with something clever for that. Anyways, now that we are halfway through fall, I'm going to end this video here. I feel I made some pretty good progress in this one. I finally got the iridium quality stuff, all sorts of pigs, all sorts of truffles. Hopefully this one turns out okay. As I said, that update really screwed me up, screwed everything up and put me out of rhythm, so I'm sorry if this video was a little bit off in its quality and or content. But keep it up as always with all the good comments, all the good suggestions. And check out my channel if you haven't seen it before, lots of other videos in there. Thank you for watching.